Flamengo over Chelsea by 3-1.
Flamengo were much better than us today. They controlled the game right from the goal. You know, they controlled the game, they played well, tempo, aggressive. They were first to everything, not just possession. And I'm so happy for Felipe Luis, the way, you know, he's turned into this fantastic manager.
I think Flamengo, the intensity they play, the confidence they have.
Side Chelsea losing 3-1 against Flamengo tonight in the Club World Cup.
Yeah,
got a whooping, as he just said.
E aí galera, beleza? Bora dar uma olhada nas reações da imprensa inglesa falando dessa vitória humilhante do Flamengo pra cima do Chelsea. Cara, até ex-jogador do Chelsea aí, o Obi Mikel, falando, elogiando o Flamengo, né? E surpreso, cara, que amasso do Flamengo contra o Chelsea. Cara, absurdo a diferença, mano. Os ingleses ficaram assustados. Vamos dar uma olhada nas sessões da imprensa inglesa. Se você curtir, já deixa o like, inscrito no canal. Tamo junto, valeu, né, galera? Bora pro vídeo.
Evening of football, including that massive win for Flamengo over Chelsea by 3-1. A reminder, Enzo Maresca's side were a goal up at the break. We can't quite believe what we've seen here. Cleverson and John Obi Mikel have watched this, and I think it's safe to say, watching this, we saw the contrasting emotions that football can bring. Of course, Brazilian legend, Chelsea legend. Let's start though with the Flamengo side of it, because that whole performance, particularly in the second half, was executed to perfection, wasn't it?
Yeah, what a performance, no? Everyone did a great job. I think Flamengo, the intensity they play, the confidence they have, they control the game. Even the game sometimes is a little open, but Flamengo is still danger. The subs, Felipe Luis did his work well, and then they deserve that result. I think that's a great result. That means a lot for Brazil, also for Flamengo, win that game.
Yeah, you talked about it, isn't it? I think second half he said he needs to make some changes, and he did that. But I think from the start of the game, they were the much better side. They controlled the game right from the goal. You know, they controlled the game, they played well, tempo, aggressive. They were first to everything, not just possession. They were first to every ball, tackles. They showed that they really wanted to win this game. They outplayed us right from the start. And I thought, okay, are they going to keep up this performance in the second half? They came into the second half, much better performance. They totally deserved this way. After that, this opportunity came by, you know, he took it. They kept on playing. It doesn't matter. They knew they were a goal down, but they kept on playing, you know, kept playing the same way. And eventually, you know, they got their reward.
From a Chelsea point of view, it's a question that has been asked a few times about the goalkeeper. Do you have any question marks over his decision-making in this goal?
Of course, I've talked about him so many times. Sanchez, I don't think he's a goalkeeper that can lead us to you know, winning titles. For me, I think if you need to win titles, if you want to become a big football club, you need to have a top goalkeeper. And for me, I've said it so many times this season, he's not that guy, he's not that goalkeeper. We need to go out this summer, we need to strengthen, we need to bring in a top goalkeeper if we want to compete in terms of winning titles.
Okay, well, that was on the 62nd minute. Just 3 minutes later, Flamengo took the lead for the first time.
He's coming again, he's done this. You can't keep making mistakes.
Do you think that's a reaction to maybe his frustration about not starting today?
I don't care what his frustration is. It's a football club. It's a massive football club, Chelsea Football Club. And it's about competition. If you're angry, if you're pissed off that Delap is coming to the football club and he's going to be the competition with you, you have to embrace it as a player. If you're a big player, embrace it. Because the only way we can be successful, we're going to win trophies, is when we compete against each other. If the competition is there, we can become successful together as a team and win trophies.
Yeah, lots of emotion, as you can imagine, in the studio right now, particularly from Mikel, so apologies for any language used there. We'll move on to the third goal, because that was probably just as frustrating, but let's look at it from a Flamengo point of view and what they did well, because the momentum was really with them at this point.
Yeah, Flamengo has the possession of the ball, and then they put the kids on the field. Look at the combination they have on the side. They get so comfortable after they scored the second goal and then the red card for Newcastle player.
They were in control of the game. They were brave, playing out from the back, aggressive when they need to be, and that's so nice to see. And I'm so happy for Felipe Luis, the way, you know, he's turned into this fantastic manager.
Yeah, South American team still unbeaten, only conceded 2 goals in this competition so far.
Thinking by this time of the season we're on holidays. No, this is a Club World Cup. It's a huge tournament. You have an opportunity to win another medal. It's a huge tournament. So when you come here in this tournament, you should put your mind that you're here to win the title. And every other team is here to do that. So forget about holidays. You can go on your holidays after this tournament, but once you're here, focus on the game, focus on the job, and win the title.
Yeah, reminder just what an important result this could be for Flamengo. They can seal qualification to the knockout stages if LAFC fail to win later. But we're kind of talking about this as if it's a surprise because Chelsea came in as one of the tournament favourites. But we shouldn't be surprised, should we?
Yeah, no. I think that's a football, no?
Yeah.
That's football. I think
But it's also the level of football in Brazil at the moment. We're seeing it.
Yeah, I think the way the Brazilian teams take that competition, it's a really important. Yeah. They get, like you said, they get so seriously. They go for fight. They go for get in a final. You know, that's a really important mental the Brazilian team has for this tournament now.
Flamengo coming from behind to beat Chelsea by 3-1. A reminder, Chelsea were 1-0 up at half-time in this one. Pedro Neto giving them the lead, but a 3-goal deficit given away in the second half. A red card as well. A very honest assessment there, I think, from Enzo Maresca. Interesting to hear he was trying something new, and I think it's safe to say from that, it didn't work.
No, it didn't work out. Not at all. Whatever he tried,
what was he trying? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't see anything different from the way we usually play. You know, we play with the same system, same players. I just think Flamengo were much better than us today. They were first on everything. Like I said, they were first on every ball, every tackle. They wanted it more. They were chasing the game. They controlled the game. The pace of the game, it doesn't matter what it was. They were there. They challenged us and they competed really hard. And for him to come out and say, we're trying something new, I don't see anything new there. We were beaten by the better side today. We just need to say, congratulations, well done, we move on.
Does it maybe show the difference in approach from the South American, the Brazilian sides, that they are here, as you said, to win? They've been preparing for this tournament for ages, whereas maybe some of the European sides are using this as an opportunity to try whatever it is differently for next season.
Yeah, like as an individual player, they're waiting for that moment, no? They're waiting for that competition. They're waiting for that show, okay, I can compete against the Europe team, European players, no matter which competition I play, but I can show that. And that's why Flamengo step on the field 100% with like this ice is red to play, to hunting on a game. That's why every time they never give up. That's Felipe Luis said, okay, we're gonna play the same style. Like Flamengo play, every time attacking, go forward. Doesn't matter what happened if you miss the goal. Let's go, start it again. That's why he did it all game.
Regardless of whether Enzo Maresca was trying something new, will those 6 minutes of madness worry him? It went from Chelsea being 1-0 up to being 2-1 down and a man down. Is that a mentality thing? Does that worry you?
It's a mentality thing. It's also, that's why when you talk about that, you talk about leaders. You talk about leaders that can be on the pitch, can control, the game, control the teammates. That's what we had when we had the likes of John Terry, Didier Drogba, at the football club. When things were going wrong, we had senior players that can pull everyone around and say, oh, listen, let's calm down a bit. I don't see that here. I just see players that are making mistakes, that are rational when they make mistakes. I think the tempo, we were talking about as well in the first half. I think we had about 3 or 4 yellow cards as well. They need to control their temper. And then when we're talking about that, Nicholas Jackson comes in and gets sent off. So it's just going from bad to worse. Hopefully we don't take this into next season.
Yeah, it's something that Enzo Maresca will surely want to sort out.
He wants to see his Chelsea career go on from here because the manager has brought in a striker in the lab. And now, if the manager starts to doubt you, that do I still trust this guy? Or do I keep putting him on and he keep making mistakes and keep letting his players, his teammates, the club down? Or I stick to the player that I brought into the football club, which is the lab. So the manager has a decision to make because you can't keep putting him on and he keeps letting the team down. He has a decision to make, and if he doesn't trust him, then it's time to let the lab start the game.
Yeah, is Jackson helping Maresca make that decision at the moment?
He is. If you keep making mistakes like this, you are telling the manager that you're not ready. I think it's the competition that he's not embracing. He wants to be the only guy in the club that the striker that can be playing every game. No, we need competition. A healthy competition is important for the club moving forward, winning trophies, challenging for titles. And if he's not ready for it, then he's not ready for it. Then he shouldn't be at Chelsea Football Club because that's who we are. So he needs to either embrace it or
you are. I'm not. You're that guy that turns up to work when you're still ill. Right, so we've just seen your former side Chelsea losing 3-1 against Flamengo tonight in the Club World Cup.
Yeah, I
got a whooping, as he just said.
I watched it. Yeah, it was that was a bad game for Chelsea. Nothing went their way. I didn't think it don't look like they're taking it serious as they should be. Or they are, but Flamengo are just really good. And then doesn't help when your striker gets sent off with a nonsense tackle that really didn't need to go that way.
He's suspended from 2 competitions now, I've been told by producer Jack, who's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, I know, and he probably didn't even know that himself, Jackson. So when I look at the whole tournament, Maresca's got a lot of thinking to do. He might get something out of this tournament to see who he can actually depend on, the ones that he can trust to go to the trenches with him. But for now, there's a few calls to be made, I think, on a few players. And Jackson hasn't made his case strong enough now, because you can't be doing that. And it was a bad challenge as well, to be honest. And Delap is just going to be... He's going to be salivating at the opportunity, because he probably wouldn't. He didn't think it would come this quick.
But this is the thing in football, as you can probably tell us. Yeah. When you get those moments, have you had that in your career before, where it's like you're not necessarily getting the game times, but hey, it's now this is my moment.
Well, now this is his moment, because now Jackson's.
Tá, então, rapaziada, as reações da imprensa inglesa falando aí dessa vitória humilhante aí do Flamengo contra o Chelsea. Flamengo aí que já tem 6 pontos, tá praticamente classificado. Tem mais um jogo aí na última rodada para confirmar a classificação para as oitavas de final do Mundial. E, cara, o nível do Flamengo foi absurdo. Eu já fiz vídeo aí da imprensa argentina assustada, né, com o nível do Flamengo. O elenco que o Flamengo tem também, jogadores experientes, jogadores da Europa, um técnico muito bom, o Felipe Luiz. Até o Obi Mikel ficou impressionado aí, né, o ídolo aí do Chelsea e jogador, falando do Flamengo aí com essa vitória de 3-1, rapaziada. Tem até o Kleberson, né, ex-jogador, falando aqui também na TV da Inglaterra. E comenta o que você achou das reações dos ingleses também, né, com esse jogo aí do Flamengo 3-1 sobre o Chelsea. Se você curtiu, já deixa o seu like, inscreve no canal. Tamo junto, valeu, né, galera? Até o próximo vídeo. Valeu, rapaziada.